My wife said there were fewer cars and less traffic generally on the roads. So we're going to look at why is it fewer cars and less traffic? Why not less cars and fewer traffic? So we're going to look at some sentences describing places, and then we're going to look at why we use these particular words. So I will read out the sentences. You need to repeat them. Think about the word stress. Make sure you are getting it right. There were fewer cars and less traffic generally on the roads. Good. There are plenty of restaurants. There is more pollution now than in the past. There are fewer local shops, but more large shopping centres. There aren't any roundabouts in the playgrounds anymore. There still isn't much litter on the floor. Okay, so earlier I asked you, why do we say fewer cars and less traffic? The reason is to do with the nouns that follow them. So we say fewer cars, less traffic. Cars is a countable noun. We can say 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. You can count them. So we change car from 1 car to 2 cars with the S. Traffic, we cannot say 1 traffic, 2 traffic. Traffic is uncountable. So countable nouns are things we can count. They have a singular form when it's just one and a plural form. So most of the time you just add an S. And we use them with a or an, the numbers. So for example, 3 hotels, 4 hotels, and with some quantifiers. We'll come to exactly what quantifiers are later on. Don't worry about it for now. If you're not sure, no problem. Okay, so have a look at these sentences. Which nouns are countable and how do you know they are countable? So have a quick look. Pause the video if you need to. Think it at least. Even better, shout it out loud. Which ones are countable? So the first one is restaurants. Restaurants are countable. We know because we got the S at the end. So 1 restaurant, 2 restaurants. Plenty of means you have enough restaurants. It's an okay amount. Plenty of is even more than an okay amount. More than enough. Shops and shopping centres are both countable. So we use fewer with countable nouns, and we use more with countable nouns. Roundabouts are also countable, so we can use any with countable nouns. And in the last sentence, we've got fewer cars, so we can count cars, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. So again, we use fewer with countable nouns. Moving on to look at uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are things we cannot count. They are singular, so there's only 1, and there is no plural form. So we use them with the or no article. So for example, we talk about pollution. We can say the pollution, or we can say pollution, depending if we're talking about one particular bit of pollution. We cannot say a pollution or an pollution or 2 pollution, and there is no such word as pollutions. Because pollution is uncountable, there is no S we can add at the end. Okay, so this should be much easier now. So I want you to tell me which nouns are uncountable. So the uncountable ones, we've got pollution. We also have litter and traffic. Notice none of these nouns have an S at the end because we cannot have the plural of the noun because they are uncountable.